Ahoy! This is a continuation of the video focused on. If you missed the first part, you can watch it right here. These sentences are not related to paying anymore, however, they are related to some kind of exchange. Nobelova cena za mír. This means a Nobel Peace Prize. When we speak about an award, a prize, it doesn't have to be only the Nobel Prize, but it gives us information what this person received this award or this prize for. What was the exchange? You could think of it this way. Equally, when we speak about Oscars awards, we could say Oscar za nejlepší film. Oscar for the best movie. Děkujeme za kávu. These are very important sentences. Thank you, we thank you for the coffee. We could also say, this is an exchange. I say thank you for the coffee that you've given me or that you've paid for me. Děkuju za pozvání. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the invitation. So whenever you want to say thank you for something, it's followed by za. Děkuju za. It can never be děkuju pro. Whenever you want to translate thank you for something, you have two options. The first one is this one. Za and a noun. Děkuju za pozvání. Thank you for the invitation. But sometimes you have to express it by a clause. Literally, thank you that you invited me. So the second option would be děkuju followed by že, a connector. Děkuju, že si mě pozval. Thank you that you invited me. I want to give you another example where you cannot just get rid of this option. For example, thank you for coming. Děkuju, že jsi přišel, or děkuju, že jste přišli. Depends who is coming, how many people. Thank you that you came. You could say děkuju za návštěvu. Thank you for visiting. But děkuju, že jsi přišel is a really common phrase. And then we also use za when we replace somebody or we fill in for somebody. Uděláš to za mě? Will you do this instead of me? So will you do this job instead of me? Because I can't right now. Uděláš to za mě, prosím? As I emphasized, this is instead of me. If you want to say, will you do this for me as a favor? It would be uděláš to pro mě. That would be the addressee, pro mě. And then if you're filling in for somebody temporarily, you can say zaskakuju dnes za pana ředitele. I'm filling in today for our director. Zaskakovat means to jump, so I'm jumping in for. Equally, you could also use the verb jsem. I'm here instead of our director. Jsem tu za pana ředitele. Jsem tu dnes za pana ředitele. And what about this phrase? Jeden za všechny, všichni za jednoho. Does it ring a bell? All for one and one for all from the Three Musketeers. And let's not forget about the connection with a verb that actually means to exchange. Vyměnit něco za něco. To exchange something for something. Vyměnit, to exchange. We would actually have two accusatives because we exchange an object for another object. For example, a store would have this billboard. Vyměňte starý mobil za nový. Exchange your old phone for a new one. Starý mobil za nový. Or vyměňte starou pračku za novou. Exchange an old washing machine for a new one. We also have this phrase něco za něco, which means something for something. And that is when somebody asks us a favor and then we say, dobře, ale něco za něco. Okay, but I want something in return. I want something in return for something. Něco za něco. And this last phrase takes us all the way to the time before Christ, to Mesopotamia and Hammurabi's code. Oko za oko, zub za zub. Eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. So we adopted this saying in Czech as well. Oko za oko, zub za zub. So these phrases refer to something in return. We are going to have a look at some useful common phrases with the preposition za. And it will be interesting because there will be actually accusative and also instrumental case. Stojí to za to. It's worth it. Stojí to za to. This is accusative. It's an idiomatic expression, we cannot translate it word by word. Za to nestojí. It's not worth it to translate it. But maybe you can see that stojí means to stand. We also use it when we talk about price. And if something is not worth it, then you can say nestojí to za to. Or if it's completely worthless, you say nestojí to za nic. It's worth nothing. Nestojí to za nic. Careful. If you change nic for řeč, which means speech or language, nestojí to za řeč, it means don't even mention it. It was my pleasure. If somebody says, moc děkuju za kávu. Thank you so much for the coffee. Nestojí to za řeč. It was my pleasure. Don't mention it. Or you could also answer, není za co. You're welcome. There's nothing to thank for. Není za co. But maybe you know, není zač, which is exactly the same. Za co became shorter. Zač. Za co? Zač. It's an archaic form. You cannot use it in every situation, but this is one of them. Není zač, which means za co. And that's why you can also say nemáš zač. You are welcome. This would be directed to a person. Nemáš za co. You have nothing to thank for. And then you could say nemáte za co if you speak to more people or treat a person formally. Remember, zač means za co. The same way we could also trace the word proč, why, as pro co. For what? For what purpose? Uvidíme, co je zač. We will see what kind of person he or she is. Co je zač? To za co, as you will see in a couple of minutes, also means what kind of thing something is. Uvidíme, co je zač. We will see what kind of person he or she will turn out to be. Co je to za otázku? What kind of question is this? You can use this very commonly when you want to say what kind of something or someone is, when it's hard to believe. Co je to za otázku? You want to say, what kind of idea is this? I can't believe your stupid idea. Co je to za nápad? Co je to za nápad? You see someone's name and it's so strange. You can't believe somebody could be named like this. Co je to za jméno? Or you come across a really strange or unpleasant person and you say, co je to za člověka? What kind of person this is? Co je to za člověka? You can see this is accusative as well. Kdo za to může? Whose fault is it? Who is the responsible one for this? Kdo za to může? Já za to nemůžu. It's not my fault. To máš za odměnu. You have this as a reward. We spoke about prize, awards, and rewards as well. When we speak about what is it for. To máš za odměnu. Tady máš čokoládu za odměnu. Here's a chocolate as a reward. But careful, if you give a present for someone's birthday or name day, then it's k narozeninám, k svátku. It's not za narozeniny. Za is only when somebody did something and you want to reward them or punish them. A blížíme se ke konci, jsme u konce. We are almost finished. These 5 phrases are not in the accusative case. Guess what case it is? The instrumental. Zastav se za mnou. Za mnou. Stop by. This is just another way to express zastav se u mě, which we had last week. Stop by at my place. We can also say zastav se za mnou. So zastav se. This verb means to stop by, and we can also express it with přijď, come. So přijď za mnou. Come to see me. So this would be more like come to see me. Zastav se za mnou, přijď za mnou, or zastav se u mě, přijď ke mně. Pojďte za mnou, follow me. I go first and you follow me. Pojďte za mnou. And this is a sentence for the end of our lesson. Máme to za sebou. We did it. It's behind us. This is a sentence which expresses relief. Máme to za sebou. Už mám za sebou ten test. I am done with the exam. I finished it. Za sebou, which would stay the same for every person. mám to za sebou, máte to za sebou. Or you could also express it the other way around. Je to za námi. It is behind us. Je to za námi, je to za mnou. It's behind me. But this is the same thing to express a relief that something is over, that you did it and you want to celebrate it. Takže dnešní video je za námi. Today's video is done. To je ode mě všechno. And at the end, I would like to say thank you for supporting my work on Buy Me a Coffee. If you would like to make a one-time contribution, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/CzechByZuzka. Děkuji moc za vaši podporu. Thank you so much for your support. And I would like to mention one more thing. Summer is full of opportunities, and one of those great opportunities is to practice your Czech. Maybe you remember my course When Czech Stories Are Never Better, which focuses on colloquial Czech, but also gives you a little overview of grammar through 15 entertaining stories from Prague. But the special offer is that the course is now on discount. Plus, when you purchase this course with a specific link, you are also entitled to have a 50-minute lesson with me, included in this package. So click on the link below the video, purchase this course, and anytime you are ready, you can schedule a lesson with me. You just contact me on the Udemy platform, send me a message. I'll be looking forward to speaking to you, practicing Czech, or answer any questions that you have regarding the Czech language. Mějte se krásně. Ahoj!